Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jake here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. And in today's video, guys, we are going to be taking a look at which of the bug types are at the top of the food chain in the Jungle Cup. So, in front of you, you guys have an infographic I made. This is the first within my set of two. I have one more right after this one to show you guys, but in this one, we're going to be taking a look at the bug food chain. Now, shout out to my friend Will, also known as Speediest Chief 2, for giving me this idea to make a bug food chain, and to show you guys which bug types in the Jungle Cup are the strongest or the most dominant within the meta. So, as usual, if you guys are new here, please don't forget to drop that subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below which of the bug types you are using in your team of 6, if any, and tell me which one you like the best. So getting right into this video here, we have 3 or 4 different groups of bug types. Well, we have 4 to be exact. We have the poison bugs, we have the flying bugs, we have the fighting bug alone, that is Heracross, and then we have the bug steel. Obviously, the bug poison are things like Dustox, Beedrill, Venomoth. The bug flying are things like Masquerain, Scyther, Yanma, and Vespiquen. Then the only bug fighting is Heracross, and then the bug steals are Fortress and Caesar. Now, I'm going to go over the movesets for each of these real quick. So, these are all based on PvP simulations. So, for the bug poisons like Dustox, we have Confusion, Silverwind, and Sludge Bomb. For Beedrill, we have Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb, and Aerial Ace, or Aerial Ace and X-Scissor. And then for Venomoth, we have the Confusion, Poison Fang, and Silverwind sets. That is a legacy set. And then for the bug flyers, Masquerain, we have Air Slash, Air Cutter, and Silverwind. For Scyther, we have Air Slash, Aerial Ace, and Silverwind. Then for Yanma, we have Wing Attack, Silverwind, and Ancient Power. And then for Vespiquen, we have Bug Bite, Power Gem, and X-Scissor. Then for Heracross, we have Counter, Close Combat, and Megahorn. For Fortress, we have Bug Bite, Rock Tomb, and Heavy Slam. And then for Caesar, we have Fury Cutter, Iron Head, and X-Scissor. So I apologize if I messed up any of those movesets. I think I got them all down, just by keeping them up here in my brain. No, but seriously, so to start this off, we're going to be taking a look at the bug poisons and which of the bug poisons are the best within their small little group. So Beedrill is definitely the worst, at least in that small group of 3. It loses to both the hard-hitting Confusion from Venomoth and Dustox, because since Beedrill is part poison, it is taking super effective damage from those Confusions. And then Venomoth and Dustox is pretty much a pure tie on all fronts. They have the same amount of losses in each shielding scenario with ideal IVs based on PvP simulations. So argue as much as you want, but if you go on PvP and you put in Confusion, Sludge Bomb, and Silverwind with Dustox, it ties with a Venomoth with Confusion, Poison Fang, and Silverwind. That's with just their standard IV set, their IV combination. I mean, yeah, so Beedrill loses out of those 2, and Venomoth and Dustox tie. And as you can see, that group is pointing towards Heracross, because again, those Confusions are going to hit Heracross for super effective damage. And even though Beedrill won't be hitting for super effective, it will hit it with those Aerial Aces for super effective, which are actually quadruple super effective. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Heracross will get dominated by these bug poisons. And then we move on to Heracross being able to beat the bug steals, that is Fortress and Caesar, because they have that steel subtyping, which makes them neutral to those counters and to those close combat. So Heracross, based on PvP poke simulations, will come out on top in pretty much all shielding scenarios. Yeah, Heracross is pretty dominant against the bug steals. And then we move on to probably the most dominant bug types in the meta, and these are the bug flyers. Now, because of that flying subtyping, they will be all quadruple resisting the fighting moves, as well as the grass moves. So yeah, but that pretty much every single one of these bugs is resisting grass moves. Pretty much quadruple resistant on, I think, every single one of these besides Heracross. But yeah, anyways, we have the bug flyers in the middle, and that's consistent of Masquerain, Scyther, Yama, Vespiquen. I know we are missing a few things, a few very off meta bugs, like if you want to consider Cricketune, that definitely could be a nice option, but these are the top options. So as you can see, we have Masquerain pointing an arrow to the bug poisons, because every single one of these bug type Pokemon are carrying the double flying moveset with the flying quick and charge move, which means they'll be able to dominate the flyers. At least not the flyers, the bug poison, sorry. They also will be able to dominate that Heracross, since again flying is quadruple effective against the Heracross. And then the majority of these bug flyers can in fact beat Scizor. They will all lose to Fortress though, so keep that in mind. But they will all be able to beat Scizor except for Yanma. Yanma is the only exception that will not beat Scizor. But they all dominate the Heracross. And then within this bug flyer group, Scyther and Masquerain somehow actually tie in every single shielding scenario at 500. So that's pretty insane. Probably just because they're both hitting each other for super effective damage, guys, with those air slashes. It comes out to a crazy tie in the end somehow, but yeah. And then we have Scyther being able to dominate Yanma, and that is because Scyther will just be hitting harder overall. And Yanma will need to get to those ancient powers, but by that time, Scyther will already have out DPS'd Yanma. And then Masquerain has an arrow pointing down towards Yanma as well, because it's pretty much the same scenario there. Yanma just gets beat to its charge moves, and it doesn't have a flying fast move other than, or not flying fast move, flying charge move other than Aerial Ace. But you want to go for that Silverwind Ancient Power set. And now, one great thing about Yanma is that it does beat Vespiquen, which is the tankiest of the bug flyers in my opinion. Just based on how well it can dominate some of the fighters and the grass. So yeah, that is a huge win for Yanma. It can beat one of the most tankiest flying bug types, Vespiquen. And it's funny because all of the other bug flyers can actually beat out Vespiquen. Scyther and Masquerain can also handle Vespiquen very, very well. Which means, you know, it's your choice, whichever one you want to use. But these bug flyers, guys, are definitely the most dominant of the bugs. So they are at the top. They are at the tippity top of that food chain. As far as bug goes, they have the most dominant matchups against the other bugs. Now let's get into the steel bug types, which I find are right below the flying bugs. Alright guys, now we are getting into the steel bugs, which I find very intriguing in this cup, because even though they don't have as many positive matchups as the flying bugs, they still wall everything that they need to wall. So like grass, like these confusion users, like the poison users, they are all resisting those moves. So in the middle we have obviously the two main steel bugs, which is Scizor and Fortress. They will both lose to that Heracross again, like I said, but they will in fact be able to beat the bug poisons like Dustox, Venomoth, and Beedrill, because of the pure fact that they're resisting every single quick move. They're resisting the confusions, they're resisting the poison jabs from Beedrill. They're also resisting the poison charge moves. And they are also resisting the bug charge moves. So that makes them very good counters to the bug poisons. Now, the interesting thing about Fortress is that, as well as those positive matchups, it can also beat every single one of the bug flying. So you could consider Fortress up there as well in regards to the food chain, but overall, because Fortress loses to Heracross, it doesn't make it as strong as the flying bugs. So I'm sorry, Fortress, I love you, but yeah, you're just gonna get beat by that Heracross. So yeah, it is what it is. But the reason Fortress can beat those bug types is because, for one, it outbulks them, and for two, it has that Rock Tomb. Now, even though those flying moves will be neutral to Fortress, it just has that bulkiness, guys. It has the bulk to support its slow charging charge moves. And then moving on to the bug flyers, they have that green arrow indicating that they are able to beat Caesar, which is actually really, really interesting. Because you'd think with Caesar's spammy charge moves that it would be able to beat them, but again, Caesar just is not very bulky. It's pretty squishy, actually, which means those flying moves are going to do a lot more damage to Caesar than it would to Fortress. Now, this green arrow, to specify, means Caesar, Vespiquen, and Masquerain beat Caesar, but Yama is the only bug flyer that will lose to Caesar. And I'm not sure why that is. Probably just because of the moveset it has. It probably takes slightly longer to charge ancient powers, whereas Scyther or Masquerain can just get to those air cutters or aerial aces much quicker. And also the fact that Air Slash is just a stronger move overall than Yanma's lower damage quick move that is Wing Attack. So yeah, guys, that pretty much covers it for the bug food chain. Closing thoughts are the bug flyers, guys, are at the top of the food chain. Then we have the bug steals in the middle as far as positive matchups goes. Then we have the bug poisons, and then we have the lonely Heracross, guys. See, the role of Heracross is not to beat the other bugs, though. It's to beat the Vigoroths, the Electrics, the bug steals, which is a positive matchup for it. But it does get beat out by the bug poisons and the bug flyers. So to restate, we have the bug flyers at the top, then the bug steals below that, and then below that the bug poisons, and then at the complete bottom of the food chain we have Heracross, which means Heracross will be eaten up the most by the bugs, then the bug poisons, then the bug steals, and then we pretty much have the almost unbeatable group at the top, which are the bug flyers. The only thing that can beat those bug flyers is Fortress, which is why it is crucial in this cup. So I hope you guys found this short little food chain video enjoyable, and I hope it taught you about the matchups within the bug grouping in the Jungle Cup meta. And overall, I recommend you guys to use one of these bugs, one of the bug flyers. I highly recommend Vespiquen, just because of the pure tankiness it has, and it can spam those charge moves pretty quickly with X-Scissor. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Comment down below if this video helped you, and make sure to drop that subscribe if you're new, or if you've been watching for quite a while now but this video helped you. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe, like the video, comment down below again which one of these bug types you want to use in your team. And until the next video, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Until the next one, I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one, and peace out.